You're great.
You're great.
You're great.
You're great.
You're
Hey,
great.
Derek.
Are we gonna have nicknames for each other each episode?
You're
I think
great.
we should.
You're great.
I'm Underboob. That's the original. That's the OG. So you're Nev Nips. I'm Underboob.
Oh wait, let's not give away the studio production value we have here.
It's pretty low.
You're probably going to sing anyway, so you might as well just use
That's
that
a
part,
good
you
point.
know? You're great.
You're great.
You're great.
You're great.
You're great.
You're great. We just played Drink Chicken.
We did.
Because,
We're like,
one of us had to say you're great
Are you going to take a
next.
drink and ruin this, or am I going to take a drink and ruin this?
And the answer was both of us.
Same time. Welcome to the Hug Life podcast. I'm Mike Milkshake Coletta. Ooh.
And I am Monica Chocolate Malt Nevi.
Nice. I
Do you
called
like
something
malt?
this week. Mm-mm.
I like malt.
But I don't like sweets that much. I used to really like milkshakes, but vanilla or strawberry.
Oh, man.
I really like chocolate
I
ice
love-
cream.
I love strawberry ice cream a lot.
Strawberry milk and strawberry ice cream really don't get enough credit, I feel like.
As far as ice creams go?
Yeah.
As far as flavored creams go?
As
Gross.
far
You can't
as
say.
CEOs go.
Is flavored creams the most disgusting thing you've ever heard in your entire life? Sounds
Flavored
pretty gross to
cream.
me.
I mean, it depends on the context, but yeah, probably. Anyways,
right.
This is our podcast. It's fun.
So, do we want to do the plugs first and then do the big announcement?
Sure, why not?
All right. So you can rate and review and subscribe to this podcast wherever you listen, or tell your friends, or follow us if you're on Spotify. You can also go to huglifepodcast.com or monicanevi.com. Click on the Amazon banner, shop as you normally would, and we get a little kickback. And that feels great. What else can they do, Monica?
Helpful. You can also go to patreon.com/huglifepodcast. Donate just $1 a month and you get bonus episodes each month and discounted tickets and whatnot, things like that.
All that whatnot. You can also go and support our dear friend Danny Dodge at Studio
Yes.
Dodge on Instagram or studiododge.com to buy her art and support her because she's wonderful and we love her so much.
Yeah, it's great. And there's one more thing and that I thought of
Instagram.
and then I forgot. Yes, we have an Instagram account at Hug Life Podcast. It's cute photos of us and animals and food recently.
Food.
Mm-hmm.
Who doesn't love food? All right. Also, I guess we should say, you want to plug your shows? What shows you got coming up?
Oh, yes. This weekend, I will be in Wichita, Kansas at the Looney Bin. I don't know the dates, Thursday through Saturday. And then the next week, I will be in Tulsa, Oklahoma at the Looney Bin there. And that is Wednesday through Saturday. So get you them tickets.
Nice. I am going to be on The Dope Show this Friday, the 16th. And that's going to be in Everett. And I'm looking up the theater right now because I'm really not prepared.
It's the Everett Historic Theater.
I think it's got to be the Everett Historic Theater. That's like the big place that you do it at. So yeah. So I will be at the Everett Historic Theater this Friday. If you Google The Dope Show, you can find tickets.
Doing dope.
Are you guys doing reefer cigarettes? Who's got some Mary Jane? I'm your dad.
That's what we call it, right? Used to call it a lid. That's like an amount of weed.
A lid, like a lid is an amount?
Yeah, and I don't actually know what that means or what that
Got
stands
myself
for.
a whole lid.
Yeah, I think it's a lot. Or is it just the lid of the container? I don't know.
I guess it depends on the size of the lid. Is it a peanut butter lid? That's kind of big.
That's true. Yeah, I've heard both of my parents say that, and just like, and then we had a lid. And I was like, I don't know what that is. I don't know how much
They're like
that is.
lids, the hat store.
I don't know if that's cool or not. Pam, take it down a notch.
Pam, stop being so cool. You're making me look bad.
Yep. There we will be doing shows. You know, we have websites as well and social media. You know, everything's my name, monicanevi.com, at monicanevi, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And Mike is me, Coletta.
Yeah, pretty much on everything.
Coletta Comedy.
Dang. All right. So the big announcement.
Yeah. Is it a big announcement? I don't know.
I mean, it's pretty big for like as far as podcast scheduling goes. So
yes.
Essentially, we love you all very much. I'm just kidding.
I feel like we're not getting divorced or anything.
Yeah,
you
that's
guys.
true.
It's-
We are just going to start going to one episode every 2 weeks. So
Right.
the next episode that you hear, that it will be recent, will be 2 weeks from now on April 28th. And
Right.
you're like, hey, what's going to happen on those weeks in between? Well, don't you even worry, because every week in between, we're going to have a hug flexion. And I'm thinking I'm going to do it like TV syndication style, where I'm going to start on the episode that's earliest and most tolerable as far as audio quality. I am going to start there, and
Okay.
we will be going through the whole library. Like,
I
just
think
going
that's
through.
I wanted this idea anyways to kind of go back through and play some older ones, just because what we had 330 something episodes.
Yeah.
Some people have just started, and we've heard that recently. And if you want to, it's confusing to be like, I want to keep up with what's going on, but also there's a catalog here to go back through. This is the perfect opportunity that, you can be catching up during those times. And it's just our schedules have changed quite a bit. And so we think this will be easiest for us right now. Mike's in school. We've both added other, things, other
Projects,
job
yeah.
things and projects and whatnot. So this will just be best for us, but we won't leave you hanging. We still got positivity coming your way. And we also think it'll help, not that the episodes have been bad lately, but the quality of the episode, because we can plan ahead a little bit better. So it's in the best interest of everyone. We're still here. Don't worry. It's just the new episodes will be every other week.
Yep. So that's the big game plan.
It. Yeah.
Now,
it's pretty
do
good.
you have any lexical embraces? I'm going to put the pressure on you first.
I do. I have two.
Okay.
The first one is cool Airbnb hosts.
Oh, that is true. We had very cool Airbnb hosts.
Yeah, but I've had this happen a couple times because sometimes they're weird.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. But sometimes when I'm using an Airbnb on the road for work, I will mention that if they want tickets or, if they want to go to the show, this is why I'm here. And so ours came this weekend, and they were super cool and weren't offended by anything. And I have a joke about stealing from an Airbnb, and I was like, it's not yours though. I'm not going to steal anything. They thought it was funny.
That's fun.
They were super cool, but also they weren't weird. You know what I mean? Sometimes when people come to your shows, then they're like, oh, we're best friends and I'm going to be weird and come into your Airbnb space or whatever, and they didn't do that. So
No, they were very good about keeping the space separate. That's good that you clarified what weird was, because I was like, wait, do you mean weird serial killer or weird
well, that too. I mean,
collects swords, loves hentai? What is it? What kind of weirdness is we got here?
Are those different? No. Yeah, I mean, there's plenty of sorts of weird, but they didn't fall in any of those categories.
There's
But I've had
plenty of hentai swordsmen out there.
I've had other experiences where I've invited the Airbnb hosts. Aaron and I stayed in Portland at an Airbnb, and they came to the shows at Helium, and then they invited us to their brunch the next day that they were having friends over, which we did not go to because they started their brunch at 8 a.m.
Who starts brunch at 8 a.m.?
Right, exactly. So
Who's up that early?
Well, us, because we could hear them, but still. But, whatever. People come and hang out, and I think they feel they're, I don't know, not grateful, but you know what I mean? Gracious and being like, oh, that was kind of a cool thing.
Hey, Monica.
We offered tickets,
Yeah, when
Yeah.
I'm president, legally, you cannot start brunch until 10 a.m.
Okay, I see. Okay. I thought you were saying...
It's a federal law
I
that
thought you
if
were
you want to
saying...
call it brunch, it has to be after 10 a.m.
Right. Yes. No, I agree. I think that's a social contract rule at this point. Yes. But some people are not following it clearly. But the way you phrased that, I thought you said when I'm president legally, I was like, so do you think you're president illegally right now?
Currently, I am an illegal president. I'm an imposter president.
Got it.
I keep calling my Kia Air Force One.
Air Force Edith.
Mm-hmm, Air Force Edith. So
nice.
also, I also get really mad. Because I had an incident where I was staying with friends, and this was I was doing Bridgetown, And in Bridgetown, Monica knows this, you stay up until like 3 or 4 in the morning every day because there's these crazy parties and they're really fun and you want to be a part of it and it's a good time.
Yeah.
They were like, do you want to go hiking the next morning? And I was like, no, thank you.
Yeah, no.
And I got home at like 4 a.m. to their house and I was sleeping in their living room and they all woke up at 6 and started like walking around super loudly. And I was just like, this is the worst day of my entire life.
Yeah, we talked about it. And honestly, we probably should have been pickier when we were younger too, but whatever. Everyone wished Mike a happy birthday, but we're old now. And we're like, I want my own hotel room. I want an Airbnb that's separate. I don't want to be sharing a space with other people.
Even comics, like Monica and I want separate rooms.
Yeah,
you know,
of course.
Like, that's the way to go. Okay. We did that shit in LA. It was not fun.
Well, and on the road and whatever. Like I need my time, you know. I go for my walks and whatnot because I need to be alone. And
I need to snore loudly.
I'm just past the, is it $30? And then I have to sleep in the living room of someone I don't know, or $70 and it's separate.
And it's
I'm
a
good with that.
hotel.
Yeah, exactly. So anyways, yes, those things. And then I had a second one, which was people who have gotten like the COVID tests a lot. So some people who've been like traveling a lot, or like I know a lot of nurses have to take them a lot. Oh, my hat is off to you. I got them today, negatives all across the board. But that one that goes all
the nose one.
Fuck. Well, I did 3. So they did an antigen one on my finger, just a blood one. Then they do the rapid test, which is like, it's still pretty far in there, but like on the inside of your nose. And then the one that takes like 2 or 3 days, that's more accurate or whatever, which is only like a 10% difference, but whatever. It goes like all the way up and like your brain. Your eyes water and stuff. Like it was rough. So if you had to do that all the time, hats off to you.
Yeah, we're going to do antigen testing every day for the district I work for, which is going to be very interesting.
That is interesting. Good. That one didn't. I don't like being pricked, and so so I was a little nervous. But that one didn't hurt that bad, which was nice.
Yeah, you know, the little finger pricks don't really bother me anymore. You know, the only thing that bothers me is when I give blood now, and I try to donate it because I want to be a good person. You know, we're all striving to be good people, right? And they can't find my veins, and it takes them like multiple stabs.
It's because you've been doing heroin and your veins aren't as strong anymore.
It's true. It's true.
It's
chasing
part of
that dragon.
Yeah, it's part of the side chicks and the heroin.
Side chicks, heroin, this is my life. People that just started listening don't know this is a joke.
This is why we're bringing it back, so you can get all the old references in there.
Oh, man.
But yeah, if you've had your brain tickled more than once this year, oh my God.
You trying to get your brain tickled? That's what I say in line at the testing place. Okay. My lexical embrace.
Yes.
Crispy chicken sandwiches.
Okay, hell yeah.
It was Monica and I had a crispy chicken sandwich. Not one. We didn't share. We each had our own because we're adult human beings.
Because it was that good.
And it was mind-blowing. The spicy pickles, one.
I was going to say, a house
shut the front door.
I feel like, yeah.
So good. And now I'm realizing like a crispy chicken sandwich might be overtaking the cheeseburger as like my favorite sandwich.
I feel like that often. I feel like now, because I used to crave, you know, like burgers or if I crave fast food, it was always burgers. But now I will crave fast food and be like, I want a chicken sandwich though. Like I want a chicken sandwich. And so now when I go to restaurants, I often get a chicken sandwich. It's
so good. And the even non-crispy, even
I
just
was
like
a grilled chicken sandwich I'm good with too. But this was like Southern fried chicken sandwich. Like it was like fried chicken on your sandwich and it was fucking delicious.
It's so good. The sauce they had on there, get out of town. I'm a big fan. I can't get over it.
Honey Eatery and Social Club in Coeur d'Alene.
Coeur d'Alene.
Coeur d'Alene.
Coeur d'Alene, Idaho.
My GPS is on an Irish accent, and she really struggled with that one this week.
Really had a hard time. Should have gone with CDA, you know?
Yeah, exactly. She's like, take a right, you'll be fine. Oh, man. We had a good time. That was fun.
We did have a good time. It was
Thanks
really
everybody
good fun.
who came out and hung out.
You know, I guess I should say another really big lexical embrace is Tim, podcast listener Tim, got me a crazy birthday gift.
Oh, yeah.
Got me $50 in gift cards to Buffalo Wild Wings.
That was very
I've never
sweet.
felt more seen than that.
Right? He really has paid attention all these years. Now, Tim, one of our faves, it was lovely to see him. And Aaron said thank you because he just gave me $20 to give to her. And I did. I did it.
You know what? If you're a fan of someone, you should just give them $20 cash at some point.
Yeah. Well,
But, hey.
she's helped him with so many of the live streams, and he also watches those and hangs, and so with trivia and stuff.
Good
So
people. Tim is
he's
good
just
people.
Give it to Aaron. I was like, okay.
All right. Well,
Yes.
that's my lexical embrace segment.
I think we did a great job. Do you go to top 5?
Yeah, we're going to top 5 now because I am very unprepared. This is what we were talking about with a busy schedule.
Yes, that's why the episodes in the future will be better, more prepared because of schedules hopefully being worked around better. Anyways, but I do have a top 5, and I didn't realize that this website existed. It's called theworstThingsForSale.com.
WorstThingsForSale.com. Okay.
Yeah, and it's pretty updated. So I picked a 5 that I liked, but it's got 300 pages of these different weird things that are for sale, either online or, whatever, in person. So I would say you are... Let's see, are you giving this as a gift, or do you have to buy? You've purchased 10 of these. Sorry, I just realized I just read it again and realized what some of the other ones are.
I think it's funnier if I give it to someone as a gift and why it's good I'm giving this as a gift.
Okay. Yes, perfect. That's it. So
Does that
you're
work?
giving this? Yes.
I know I'm making the rules of my own game here, but I
like a little bit of clarification. That's fine.
You got to have it.
All right. So number 1, which, I mean, this isn't for you, right? You're giving it to someone else as a
Giving this to someone else, yeah.
Okay, this is cat music for cats. It's called While You're Gone. That's the album title, While You're Gone.
You know what the best part would be? Is if I give it to someone and they don't own a cat. That just means, in my mind, I'm like, this guy, is a cat to me. And you're I give it to him and I just go, you're really going to enjoy this. When you're sitting and being a dick to people like a cat, you're really going to enjoy this music.
That's hilarious. Okay.
I got him this musical album for cats and then also a ball of yarn.
And there's a kitty on the front of it, laying on a piano.
That's perfect.
It's pretty great. Okay, number 2, which actually, this is the only one that I'm I'd probably use this, but it is something that attaches to your belt, kind of like a, when they used to hold pagers or cell phone holders?
Yeah, the holster.
But it's for a beer.
Oh, that's a perfect dad gift.
Oh, that is a good dad.
It's a
perfect,
say your friend just had a kid, be like, take this holster. Take this beer holster because you're going to need it.
Hold your child here and then keep your beer in your holster.
Child here, keep your beer in your holster, ready to go.
I did say out loud the other day, and I may have been stoned a little bit, but I was sitting down holding a drink, and I was like, oh, I wish my legs had cup holders in them. And so that's a little, you could get it to stay straight up if you were sitting, right? I feel like that would still.
Yeah, the holster would have a way to rotate.
Yeah, it's kind of a cup holder then for when you're seated, which I have a real issue with. I need a table, and so I felt like if I just had some cup holders attached to my pants, just right on the top there.
Just right there?
Yeah, that's a pretty good.
So wait, okay, let's back this up a second. So you were wearing jeans, and on the knees are car cup holders.
They could be,
that
on the
stick
edge
out
there.
all the time. And when you sit down, they're facing straight up and down.
Exactly.
So they'd be on your thighs.
Yeah. So you'd have to remember it when you stood up. But
wow.
That's
I think that's $1 million invention we just found.
Thank you. Well, when I first originally had the thought, I wish that my legs themselves had cup holders in them.
Cup thighs.
That's what my body came with. That was an amenity of my body. But then I was like, okay, you could put them in pants, I guess,
Call them Thunder Cups.
Yes, that's good. Thunder Cups.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think we just marketed something brand new here.
Yeah, I'm going to write it down. What was I going to say? Oh, okay. So this is a good gift for dads, you're saying, or maybe just grilling enthusiast,
or the lone alcoholic in your life.
That's true. I'm just wondering where you would,
or someone that
you
really
would
likes
need to
soda.
use it. Sure. Yeah. I suppose you could put other drinks in there, whatever.
I drink too much soda.
It was called a beer holster, though. So
The old beer holster.
all right, ready for this? And I have to kind of explain it to you. The next two I have
Is
to
this
kind of
number 3?
explain. This is number 3. Yeah.
Okay.
So I have to kind of explain what it looks like. But it's called a chork, and it is a fork up top, and then instead of like the stem part of the fork, it's chopsticks right there.
It's called a chork.
Yep.
This is the mullet of utensils, and I don't think I'm a fan of it because a fork is all business.
That's true.
And then the chopstick part, it's going to be a party if you don't know how to use it. It's going to be crazy. So
Party
I
in the
like
back.
this idea.
Okay.
And I feel like
So you're giving it
it's
as a
actually
gift.
a perfect gift for a lot of people because how many people start at a Chinese restaurant with chopsticks and then bail and get a fork?
That is a great point, actually. That's pretty good.
Myself included. I have been that guy that's been
But
like,
then are you
I'm going to
saying
eat with chopsticks. And then you get to the rice and you're like, fuck. This is a
I never eat
serious
with
problem.
chopsticks. That's funny. So are you saying that you would give it as a gift and this person would keep the chork with them
Yes,
for any
I
time
would
they may need
find
it?
someone that I know is also a disgusting human being like me and that will a pretentious, disgusting human being that will ask for chopsticks and then bail. And this way, when the server is like, would you like chopsticks or a fork? You can be like, oh, I brought my own. And you pull out the chork and it's in an ornate ivory case. It's got engraved your initials on it. And you put on your top hat and then you enjoy that neckbeard dinner.
This is very confusing, the whole visual here.
It's hard to eat with the monocle, but I do it.
That chain gets in the way. Thanks, Dan.
I eat the chain constantly.
I mean, you're used to it with the beard and long hair and stuff, right?
Yeah, it's fine.
All right. Number 4, which is, and I did not know this existed, and I feel like there's a better name for this, but this is what this particular company has called them. They're sled legs. And instead of having a whole sled, it's 2 small looking sleds that go on your shins the way like catcher's gear does.
Oh, so you're on your knees sledding.
Yeah, but so you're like you're in an Usher video or something.
So it's for
but on
sledding
the snow.
blowjobs. That's what it's for.
When would that happen? Oh my
Very
God.
dangerous, very risky maneuver, but people do it.
Other person is skiing and you're on your knees going backwards, maybe.
Yeah, or
they're
going
going
forwards and they're going backwards. It's even more dangerous. It's like
Either
eagles
way.
making love falling out of the sky, but this time you're
Dangerous
skiing.
and beautiful.
It's dangerous and beautiful and very rare.
I mean, if I was, what are the Rangers who works on a mountain? I don't know.
I just let it happen.
Yeah, absolutely.
turned a blind
I'd be
eye.
like, that they did
Be
too
like,
much work for that.
Oh, that's Bob and Denise. They come here
Or
and
just
try that out every other week.
pretend like I was trying to catch them or whatever. I'd be like, nope,
Oh,
nope, nope.
rats! They got away. You
It's
didn't
funny
even
that
move.
you said Bob and Denise because as soon as when you said that, I was like, oh, it's 2 dudes for sure. Like I don't know. Who else.
yeah.
I was just
That's a
assuming
thing
that
that
it was 2 men.
only 2 dudes could be horny enough to do that.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever met someone that would be like, yeah, that's great.
Right? It just seems cold too, though. That would be the hard part. But
Yeah, you got to really bring hand warmers or something.
got a bunch of hot hands.
I got to put a bunch of hot hands in my pants before I went down the mountain. Okay. As a podcast for a safety guideline, we don't condone ski blowjobs.
Yeah, we
okay?
do not. Do not try that.
Legally, we have to say something.
Yeah, we'll get arrested.
So when people don't try it, we don't want to get in trouble.
Yes. Well, okay. So how are you choosing your friend to give it to based on who's going to give a downhill BJ?
Well, I mean, it's got to be someone
What
that
if that
you
was an Olympic
obviously
sport?
love, but you're also know as a free daredevil spirit.
Yeah. So are they blowing you, or are you're giving it to maybe help out their relationship?
Oh, like I'm giving it the gift. So I give the gift of the knee sleds
Yeah.
to a lady or a gentleman that I know would
utilize them in
I
that
think
way.
I think it would be like a, hey man, my friend, like say it's like he's always had a dream. Okay. And that dream, this is me talking to his wife or husband or whatever. I'd be like, hey, he's always wanted to get a blowjob while skiing backwards down a mountain. And I am here to facilitate my friend's dreams as a good friend. And that's when I give them 2 packages that are clearly I just covered the leg sleds in newspaper. I didn't even really try.
It's like obvious.
They're like, when you get a gift that's the shape of a gift, like a bicycle that's wrapped, it's like that. Like, so they know what it is. And then that's the test. I'm like, do they truly love, like, and I would say to them also, start on the bunny hill first. You know? Start slow.
No. Good, because then they're
Green circles only. No blue diamonds. No black diamond. Blue squares. Black diamonds.
Black diamonds. Got it. Yes. Black diamond. I've heard that term.
Do you think pro skiers would try that? Probably not. It's really too dangerous.
No, they wouldn't. You wouldn't want to injure yourself and ruin your career. But I think let's put it in the next Winter Olympics. Okay.
Yeah. Good point.
Yeah. Sled leg blowjobs. All right. Okay. What a weird.
The downtown downhill.
There you go. That's good. That's going down twice. It's
the double down.
The double
KFC
down.
double down.
The double downhill. That's good.
The double downhill. That's it. That's it. We
double
found it.
downhill ski. What's that?
I'm glad you went to the actual thing and I went to a fucking another chicken sandwich.
It's okay. Whatever. Okay, this last one, which is why do these things exist? I don't know. This is have you ever seen, I remember that, and this was really inappropriate, which is funny. There was a episode of Drew Carey where they had like the vibrating panties and somebody else would have the remote, that thing. So they would like mess with each other. And then of course, like the last scene of the sitcom is Drew having them on and him being like, oh, whatever. But which is a lot. It seems naughty for a sitcom, but whatever.
It is very naughty for a sitcom.
So these are similar. So they're vibrating panties, but they're an alarm clock.
To your
so it
horny,
goes up,
but not punctual friend.
You're not awake. Like, I don't know. Yeah. So you just wake up to.
We all know
sure
the only way to get
does.
Pauline out of bed is to horn her up first. Okay, that's the only way to
I feel
get
like
her out
they'd
of bed.
stay in bed longer. They'd be like, well, I'm gonna not hit snooze on this one. I'm gonna keep it going. So who do you give that to?
I'm really running out of like fake names to use. Like,
I know. Yeah, you always go back to the same.
Yeah, I need to find more fake names. Okay, who do I give this to? Let me think. Definitely not a family member. That's for sure.
Right. You're like, here, Gam. I know you've been having trouble getting up.
Auntie, here you go. Sunrise, sunshine. You know what I mean? Just give it to him, walk away.
The sky's awake, so my thighs are awake.
This is one of those gifts you get your lover.
Okay.
And then you pretend it because you can play it off as a joke when really you're into it.
Okay. Yeah.
Does that make sense? You're
yeah.
like, ooh.
When I could see someone who travels, you could get it for them. So you'd be like, it's just like when we're here together and we wake up and you're asleep and I am vibrating on you.
Yeah. And I am just vibrating next to you like a chihuahua.
It's just the same. It's just imagine I'm calling you and your phone's against your crotch.
Yeah. Also, I mean, it is a good way to wake up. That's a startling way to wake up.
It definitely would wake you up, I would think.
It's less startling than a loud alarm clock. It's probably nicer. Does the vibration just start immediately intense or does it slowly build?
That's a good question. I mean, it would be ideal to probably slowly build.
You got to fade that shit in,
It's going to depend on if you are trying to have an orgasm to start your day or if you're just trying to wake up,
Yeah, that's true.
Like if you really want to plan it out and be like, yeah, I would like to jizz real quick and then get on my way down. Jizz and Java, that's how I like to start my day,
Monica's always said that. She even made T-shirts. It's really uncomfortable. She gives them to the family as gifts. They're not into it.
Yeah, well, I made only 5, so that's how it worked out.
Monica saw that there was a coffee shop called Jitters, and she just changed it to Jizzers, and we're all very upset by that.
There was a misspelling. Just wear it anyways.
Mm-hmm.
No,
This is like a real giggles jiggles scenario.
Yeah, that would be the thing. So you think this is the best for a lover?
Yeah, it's got to be for a lover. Like, I mean, if you're a psychopath, you give it to someone you're dating. That's for sure.
Yeah, that would be weird.
You got to give it to someone that is like you've been with for a while and will either A, laugh at the joke, or B, be like, huh. Maybe.
I would like, this would be an interesting, like a white elephant situation, you know, where nobody knows what's going on, and then you just leave it out there, and then you see who steals for that, you know.
It is definitely for the most secret of Santas.
Ooh. Super secret Santa.
A super secret Santa.
Yeah.
A la gal.
Seattle Super Secret Santa.
Seattle Super Secret Santa show. It's a whole different thing.
Oh, we should do it. That's good. Anyways, okay. That was good.
I feel like I
nailed
crushed
it.
that.
You really did. You really did.
Also,
Yeah.
I feel like the whole idea of the double downhill is something that could really happen and move on.
That could last, you know.
And really cause a spark, you know? Like, it's like skydiving.
We're starting a trend. Do people have sex when they skydive? Has that happened?
They have to.
I'm sure
If
somebody's
it's an
done something
activity,
weird.
people have had sex while doing it.
Or tried
Blacksmithing, dangerous,
to.
but probably
Yes.
happened.
Going to see a comedy show?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, people have tried that.
Deep sea ocean adventuring.
Oh, for sure.
Those
Anything in the
submersibles are
water,
small, but not small enough to bump an ugly in. You know what I mean?
any type of water activity. Somebody's tried to just water
For
polo, whatever.
Sure. Bird watching. I mean, always. That's
People
what
are
all those
doing
horned
weird
up
stuff
bird
out-
watchers are doing.
That's why when I'm hiking on, a day where it's not very busy, I try to make myself known, not for the animals, but because I don't want to walk around a corner and see somebody banging
When I
with
was a
their
kid,
binoculars around their neck.
When I was a kid, my dad was walking our dog, and the dog definitely he let him off leash for a bit because there was no one in the park early in the morning, and he definitely just ran into some people banging my dog.
Oh God.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, and my dad was like so embarrassed. I'm like, that was been really awkward. He's like, yeah.
Which is weird because you're like, oh, sorry, but also
Sorry,
you
but
could
why
go
are you having
somewhere,
sex in
right?
this park at like
This is-
6 a.m. on a Saturday?
I'm just walking my dog. Yeah.
My guess is it was a drunken night that lasted all night outside.
That's what I would also assume.
My guess is they were doing the double downhill and then the snow melted and then they were just there.
Some people get really competitive with it and don't want to stop until they figure it out. So it could have melted. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
Yeah.
Well, Monica, do you have a charity for today?
I do. So Earth Day is coming up on April 22nd. Don't know if you knew that.
Love me some Earth Day.
Get a sweet environmental charity because it's been a little bit. This one, very interesting to me. It's called As You Sow, asyousow.org, and it's environmental and social corporate responsibility. They're trying to hold these corporations to some higher standards.
Holding them accountable.
Yeah, but they've done so. Their website's actually really cool, and it's got a lot of information on it as well. So it's like ocean plastics, toxic chocolate, where to invest, climate change, safe food, all these different things. Then it's got articles about, the 100 most overpaid CEOs, things like that. So they're really it's cool, and a lot of information, which is what I enjoy.
Monica craves information.
asyousow.org.
Awesome. Well, this was great, Monica. Well, we will see you all in 2 weeks. And until then, Monica, is there anything you want to say to the listener before we go?
I love you so much.